Elizabeth Napoles. Hello, Jaina and Gaby. What's up, Elizabeth? What are your thoughts on failure and how do you get past your failures and keep working? Girl.
That's a really deep question, Elizabeth.
Nana.
What are your thoughts on failure, Gaby? I'm going to direct
They terrify me. I'm terrified of failure. That's one of my biggest fears. I don't want to fail myself. I don't want to fail my husband. I don't want to fail my family. How do I get past that? Failure is not an option. So you can't think of failure. Failure does not exist in your vocabulary because if you let it live in your vocabulary, then you're going to achieve failure. However, we must achieve failure in order to get to greatness.
Right.
Because we learn from our failures. Yeah. So failure does need to happen. And maybe, hear me out, Elizabeth, maybe we allow the failures because we know that we're going to grow from them. Do not reject failure because maybe you will end up being the worst person in the world. I don't know. Maybe it'll take a turn and create a monster versus like a good person, you know? I don't know.
I feel like you could see this in a lot of athletes. Obviously, you don't get it right the first time and everything takes practice and you're not going to win every game. You're going to lose or fail. But without those failures, without those losses, how does that win feel even? Like how can you appreciate the win without the loss, the losses or the failures? I mean, you're right. Failure shouldn't even be in
your
like, yeah, it's such a,
bubble,
it is a, I mean, it is true. We shouldn't ignore that it exists. Failure, you know, you lose, you don't always win. And I think it's being comfortable with, you know what, we're gonna win, we're gonna lose. But ultimately, if you can't appreciate the highs or the wins unless you experience the lows.
Or maybe if we see failure as part of life, which it is.
Right. Embracing it.
Embrace it. Because today I failed to send an email to a person that I wanted to email. Or I failed to finish laundry. And now the laundry pile has doubled. So like, I think failure is part of our everyday in little itty bitty pieces sprinkled throughout the day.
That is true.
But in the big picture, if you're saying like, oh, I have this goal and I failed to attain the goal, then you're going to fail at the goal, but you're going to get so much better that you're going to be an expert at it in 5 to 10 years.
Right.
You know what?
Yeah. You know what? Failure. I just learned something.
I did too.
Thank you, Gaby.
Thank you.
Thank
you, Jaina. Thank
truly,
you, Elizabeth.
like instead of being afraid of failing, welcome it and accept it as part of the journey. Because how do successful people become successful if they hadn't failed a bunch of times before?